Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video for you. This video is all about my strategy to go after elite level common collectibles and comics in the app. I'm going to show you a really good strategy right here that I think that could really help out. If you can't get to the secret rare levels on certain items or some of the more expensive stuff, this is a way for you to actually get elite stuff in the app for not spending a ton of gems and picking some of the most beautiful stuff we got. Anyway, if you like the video after you watch it, hit like, that would be great. Also, please comment down below about what you think about this strategy. I really want to know what you think. You can also follow me on Twitter. The link's in the description. I will follow you back and we can continue the conversation there for sure. And maybe join the channel as a member. I'd love to have you join up. Join the Drophead NFT group that we have. Here's the Dropheads right here, right? We still have some t-shirts left. If you want to click the link in the video here to go to my eBay shop, you can pick up a shirt. There's only a couple left, right? But you do get a free Drophead NFT if you join as a member. So let's do that as well. Let's get you in there in our Discord server and have a lot of fun. But let's talk about this strategy, everybody. I really want to lay this out for you because, if you can't get to the secret rare on some of these major comics that we have, in the app, like me, like I can't get to some of them, I have another strategy that is really elite. And I'm going to show you some numbers that I think might really surprise you about how rare some of these commons can actually get if you focus on mint numbers. It's quite a strategy, right? So it's a great alternative. Now, you can't quite see this, but because I did this in my last video, you can go watch my last video. It was all about secret rares and how unbelievably scarce they are. So I really recommend that video as well. But this is an alternative to that, right? If you can't get to that gem level. San Diego Comic-Con is coming really soon. I'll just zoom in on that. July 21st to the 24th. And we are going to get a lot of new comic book collectors in this app for sure. And I want to talk about what those collectors are going to be coming after once they're new to Veve. It's pretty serious, right? It's going to be fun. Of course, none of this is financial advice. This is just me as a collector sharing a strategy, right? But they're going to be coming and, what are they going to want, right? So I want to talk about this and I have some collectible news as well. It's not just comics for this video. You can do this strategy for any collectible that comes to the app, but new users will want these comics, right? Like I'm talking about the San Diego Comic-Con people. So they'll go after the Grails. Like these are the four common comics that have regular edition numbers. Amazing Spider-Man 252 is an anomaly because it's so rare, but these are the ones that are people will go after when they first download the app. If they're comic collectors, this is what I did. I saw these as a real world comic collector and I went after the commons because, they're beautiful. I recognize them and they may not fully understand the whole secret rare, ultra rare, uncommon thing and all that kind of stuff. And even the variant covers, right? They'll just go after these ones, I think. So let's talk about that a little bit, about what can get you to the elite level without getting a secret rare. Now take Avengers 8, for example, the Kang comic, super famous. And this is the most expensive common comic book that we have on the app, okay, aside from Amazing Spider-Man 252. But this is the one that's attainable. The secret rare on this goes for about 6,500. Let me zoom in on this a little bit here. It goes for about 6,500 for this Avengers 8. The floor on the common is about 160 gems. Now, how do you get to the elite level? You go after the 3-digit, okay? Now think about this. I'm going to tell you, the 3-digit, the cheapest 3-digit you could find on this is about $295. But think about this. There are less than 1,000 3-digit collectibles available of this comic book in the world, right? So when we talk about a secret rare, there's 600, right? But there's really about 500 that we can get our hands on because, they hold some back. Same thing with the 3-digit ones. There's only 1,000. So this is actually more scarce than even the uncommon of the comic, right? And this is the cover you want. So this is the strategy, everybody. You go after some 3-digit or low mints on the common covers, right? And you get to that elite level. Now, it applies even more to the Marvel Comics #1 because there's so many, edition sizes of it. The secret rare is 30,000, right? So if you can't get to that, I understand. I can't either. But the common, 135 to 150, around that range for this cover, right? But if you go to a 4-digit, which makes it a little bit more scarce, you're looking at about 180 gems, which is not that far off the floor. So you can really get a really nice one that boosts it up. And believe me, if you sell it later, even if you want to sell it at the floor, when the floor goes up, it'll sell before all the other ones, right? So it's a great strategy. But if you got to the 3-digit on this one, it's about 16 to 1700. That's the lowest one I could find. Now there's only 1,000 of those in the world, or actually less than 1,000 because they hold some back, right? of the Marvel Comics one. So that becomes a very scarce elite comic book. All right. And it's nowhere near the price of the Secret Rare. Same thing with Fantastic Four 1. So I'm showing you the big grails. I'll show you a couple others in just a minute. So hold on. But Fantastic Four 1 Secret Rare is about 7,000 gems. The common goes for about 62. So that's really quite affordable still, right? But you can get a 4-digit. Let me just zoom in a bit here for about 75 gems. That's the lowest I found, the lowest price. People are sort of still giving these away, right? These 4 digits. Now, if you get to the 3-digit, like I said, a Fantastic Four 1, there's like 1,000 of them that exist. It goes for 625. That is an elite level comic, right? And you have the original cover, which is incredible, right? So this is going to be something I think could really, really be a great strategy. Same exact thing with Spider-Man #1. Here we go. Secret Rare is about 5,400. The floor on the commons, 54 gems. A 4-digit, I said the lowest 4-digit was 65 gems, not that far off the floor. Snag that up. A 3-digit, if you get a 3-digit of Spider-Man 1, it's about 399 to 400, that range. That's the lowest one that I saw. This is July 30th, so these prices will change. But I'm just telling you right now that that becomes an elite, very scarce comic of the original cover, right? It's almost like a Secret Rare. It's quite funny. Now, you don't have to focus on just the original grails. You could do this strategy on any comic book or collectible, and I'll show you a collectible in just a sec, that, you know, that ever comes to the app. Like, look at Avengers 4, this brand new Grail comic, right? Secret Rare is about 550, okay? So if you can't get to that level, that's okay. You can go for the floor on this one. It's about 14 gems right now, and it's been climbing every day, right? Because people like me have been stacking this one. But you can get a 4-digit. I saw one for 16 gems, right near the floor, right? But if you go to the 3-digit range, about 80 gems for this comic, you're one of only 1,000 people or so that can even own that comic. So that's really cool. Now check out Darth Vader right here. Same exact thing. Darth Vader, the common right now. Everyone wants the ultra rare. It runs for about, 2,300 or so. I mean, it's up and down here and there. The floor on the common's about 150 at the moment. But if you get a 3-digit, it jumps to about 230. So that's really nice, right? But if you get a 2-digit, okay, I'm not necessarily saying you should do this level, but if you get a 2-digit, the lowest one I saw was about 1,000. So that is super elite. A 2-digit, there's only 100 of those. There's actually less of those than there are of the ultra rares. It's crazy, right? So think about that, right? So the 3-digit, there's less 3-digits of this common than there are of the ultra rare Vader. So it's really interesting when you start looking at the numbers, right? So you can do that if you can't get to that big level at this moment. Maybe you secure one of those and then you hold on to it for a long time, and the mint numbers are going to be really interesting in the future as we go, right? So that's a strategy. So like I said, no drops this weekend in Veve as well. So people are going to be looking for all sorts of deals, all sorts of stuff in the app. So, this is the time, right? So anyway, I really want to know what you think about this strategy. You can get a common at an elite level common. And then what you do is you can slab it, with some of those people who are doing the slabs. And if you ever want to sell one, just post it up on Twitter showing your awesome mint number. And then people will then be able to find it in the shop as well, right? Anyway, let me know what you think about this. This is the strategy that I'm starting to do with those secret rares I can't get to, and ones that I own already as well, because I just think it's a great way to go in the future. Let me know what you think as well. I'll see you in the next video, and happy collecting.